The Oregon Ducks stopped a 2-match losing streak and beat USC for a 5th conference win. That ties them with Arizona, and the Wildcats are ready to rebound and find something to celebrate themselves. Something's got to give. Oregon hosts Arizona right now on the Pac-12 networks. Majestic Matthew Knight Arena, the beautiful home of the Oregon Ducks. Pac-12 volleyball presented by Tachikara. We have a top 15 matchup as the 11th ranked Ducks host the number 15 Arizona Wildcats. And hi everybody, Rich Burke along with U.S. Olympian Mike Dodd. He's like a beach volleyball legend. Hey, this week marks the halfway point of the Pac-12 season. Each team is 5-3, trying to prove they belong in the elite in the conference.
Yeah, this is a great matchup. These two teams really, I think we're looking forward to play each other. They match up really well. They both have high hitting percentages and low opponents hitting percentages, so they really match up. It'll be interesting to see who comes out on top.
Now, no team relies on a single player more than Arizona relies on Maddie Kingdon.
Yeah, Maddie Kingdon, 3rd in the nation, over 5 kills per set. She does it all for her team. They have her play an opposite. She'll swing outside, she swings inside. She's a great play setter, a great 10-foot line setter, and she has really good control of the ball with her wrist, and she really gets the job done for Arizona.
She can do a lot of things. The Oregon Ducks have a number of offensive weapons. They have their own version of the Killer Bees with Liz Brenner and Martine Bettendorf.
Yeah, with Brenner and Bettendorf, you're looking at 2 of the best athletes in the Pac-12. Brenner, she's just a natural. She has, her technique is really different, and she just puts her arms on the ball and passes perfectly. And Bettendorf, the way she moves and approaches hitting on the right side, she's one of my favorite players in the league.
Both these teams are 5-3, tied for 3rd in the Pac-12 conference. Will it be Oregon? Will it be Arizona? First serve coming up on the Pac-12 networks. Pac-12 women's volleyball is presented by Tachikara. We've got the ball. You bring the game. This is the 60th all-time meeting between the Ducks and the Wildcats. And Wildcats lead the all-time series, but Oregon has won 5 of the last 6 matches between the two. And the Arizona Wildcats are coached by Dave Rubio in his 23rd season.
Yeah, Dave Rubio, and you look at that lineup, and it's really Ashley and McKenzie, 6'8" and 6'6". Rubio's really concerned with how fast Oregon runs their offense, and if their big players can keep and get out to those pins in time.
Oregon Ducks are under their 10th-year head coach Jim Moore, his 25th year overall, and 3 times he's been named the National Coach of the Year, twice at the Division I level.
Yeah, and you look at that lineup, and again, Brenner and Bettendorf, they're really their meat and potatoes of the lineup. How they run, Oregon runs, and they're going to need a big match from them tonight.
Each team is 5-3. They're tied for 3rd in the Pac-12, and the Ducks are at number 7 in the RPI. Arizona number 14 in the RPI. College volleyball, best of 5 sets. First 4 sets to 25. Got to win by 2. 5th set, if necessary, to 15. Arizona has the twin towers, Mackenzie Jacobson and Ashley Harris, both at 6'8". There's Ashley Harris, second swing of the match opening rally. Back set to Bettendorf, dug by Laura Larson. Into the soft block of Serena Warner, and Warner's swing shot right past Larson, and the Ducks get the first point of the match.
Yeah, Maggie Scott with a nice connection with Warner out of the middle, and wow, what a great rally to start this match. Great defense on both sides.
I have been looking forward to this one for a long time because these two teams are so evenly matched. Maddie Kingdon, joust at the net, kept alive. Liz Brenner's first swing off the block, dug nicely by the setter Penina Snuka. Off speed by Kingdon. Back set Bettendorf, off the block and down.
And that's one of those situations where Bettendorf puts a lot of pressure on Harris, moving out quickly to the outside. You're going to see Harris get there late, and Bettendorf's just going to beat her down the line until she gets out there and seals it.
Kingdon that time we saw her from the middle. And the stuff block by Jacobson and Harris. And how about two 6'8" players?
Yeah, and that's what happened that time. Jacobson got out there, really sealed the line, and pressed over well against Bettendorf.
Jacobson lined up in front of Harris right now, and she's listed on their roster at 6'6". It's because she doesn't want to be listed at 6'8", but Dave Rubio says that they're both 6'8".
Mackenzie Jacobson that time doing a great job of reading the setter and really pressing over on the quick set and stuffing that ball down.
A couple of stuff blocks for Arizona. Maddie Kingdon with that deep off the line serve, and there's Maggie Scott. Big swing by Bettendorf. I got to tell you, that one had some velocity.
Yeah, such a sweet play too. Warner did a great job of getting the middle blocker up in the air, faking the quick set, and then Bettendorf just came in on the play set inside and delivered.
There's a big question for Arizona in this one, and mistiming between Snuka and Jacobson. Big question for Arizona is, can their twin towers, Jacobson and Harris, keep up with the quick sets of the Oregon Ducks?
So far, two stuffs. Looks pretty good.
Out of system, and just kept alive by Harris. Set by Brenner. And Bettendorf finding the floor again, this time from the right side.
So effective on the right side, Bettendorf. That time, instead of the cross-court sharp chop, deep middle cross-court. That's nice.
Snuka back set, backslide, Mackenzie Jacobson. And she got the touch. The Ducks can't believe it.
Wow, that looked like it was quite a ways away from the block on that attack. A big break for Arizona.
And Arizona, frankly, couldn't believe it either. They were lined up to serve receive.
Yeah, and Jim Moore's going nuts over there.
Jim Moore is animated as I have seen him in 2 years. Arizona trailing it 5-3 now. Good bump set by Maggie Scott. The swing by Frankie Chevy, and she finds the floor. Frankie Chevy, the freshman from La Mirada, California.
Kind of a bang-bang broken play, and Chevy does a great job of just really hitting high, reaching, and just catching the back line right here. Kingdom a little upset with herself for not playing that one defensively.
Dumped over by Panina Snuka. Very nicely done. Snuka averaging 0.7 kills per set.
Yeah, this is no surprise. Snuka is so aggressive when she's in the front row up at the net. She's so athletic. Really can get up and throw that ball down with authority.
First set action here at Matthew Knight Arena in Eugene. Rich Burke along with U.S. Olympian Mike Dodd. And from the back row, the kill.
Again, a perfect pass from Benson, just firing that ball up to the net. Oregon can run their offense, and again, Bettendorf so quick on those play sets. Just Arizona's block is not there in time.
She comes out along with Maggie Scott, Chelsea Ashen, and Nia Crittenden check in on the 6'2 offense. Backslide Harris. Doug, first touch for Amanda Benson, the outstanding libero for the Ducks. And again, Arizona out of system. They now trail it by 3.
Yeah, tough play for Amaro there. You're not sure if Snuka, the setter, is going to get there, and just tried to make the set at the last minute.
Snuka trying to dial up Taylor Arizobal for her first swing. You saw Casey Nady with the swing from the middle, and now Arizobal again.
Arizobal with a nice swing. That set was well off the net in transition. This is a tough hit to take this ball and hit it sharp cross court. Big time hit for Arizobal.
And the Wildcats needed that one. The setter Snuka served. And to the middle, Frankie Chevy. Great diving dig by Snuka. Bump set Arizobal. Can Kingdon do anything with it? Good coverage there by Kennedy Wesley. Arizobal high off the hands. Wow, great pass by Liz Brenner. Good block by Maddie Kingdon. First left-hand swing for Nia Crittenden. Big swing by Arizobal. Ashen well off the net to set. Brenner just has to dump it over. Who does Snuka go to? She goes to Kingdon, and too long. Good rally, and the Ducks win the point.
Boy, right now it looks like Oregon's really scouted Arizona well. They're serving Kingdon a lot, and that's getting Arizona out of rhythm offensively. That's just a tough swing for Kingdon. That set coming from well off the net, and Oregon right now very disciplined in their block and good serving locations.
Snuka shoots set to Kingdon. Good job by Chelsea Keoho. And Liz Brenner going down the line for the kill for the Ducks.
Crittenden did a great job of reading Kingdon coming in on that inside set. Got the soft block, and Oregon, once they get that soft block, they really run their offense quickly to the outside.
Excellent job from the middle by Hallie Amaro.
Amaro's got so much range. That time just taking a tough set and dinking it over the block. Here you're going to see it. Down. That middle's always so open for the quick set hitters.
She had a big match-winning kill earlier this year to finish a 5-set thriller over ASU, 15-13 in the 5th. Great pass by Wesley. Set by Benson. Nia Crittenden, that big left-hand swing, dug by Wesley. Bump set by Elizabeth Inch. Nice diving dig by Chelsea Ashen, and too long.
Yeah, that time Brenner didn't get an approach, couldn't really get a jump. You've got to keep that ball in.
A lot of times she does good work, though, without getting much of an approach, doesn't she?
Or jump.
Ashen back set Crittenden off the block. Stuff block for Maddie Kingdon.
Kingdon does such a great job of moving her feet. I don't think any team in the Pac-12 moves the ball out to the pins as fast as Oregon does, so it puts a lot of pressure on the outside blockers for Arizona.
Let's see who they dial up here. It's Casey Nady, and she comes up with the kill. Nady checks out.
Yeah, tough break for Inch. They're number 16, playing some good defense for Arizona. She's going to pick up this quick, but then just can't get to the ball. Too bad.
Panina Snuka to the middle to Mackenzie Jacobson, one of two 6'8" players for Arizona. Crittenden, good coverage on that block. Diving dig to keep it alive by Keoho, but Benson unable to send it over the net.
And again, Maddie Kingdon with a great move to the outside, getting the hands over quick. She's blocked Crittenden a couple of times now. Doing a real good job blocking on that left side for Arizona.
Would not surprise me at all, Mike, if this one went 5 sets. Oh, that low shoot set to Serena Warner, and she comes up with the kill. That's her 3rd.
Yeah, Warner and Ashen with a nice connection there. Warner does a great job. She gets up so early, and it makes a perfect target for the setter to find.
Ducks use a 6-2 offense. That means a rotation of 2 setters. Never have a setter in the front row. You always have 3 hitters in the front row. So Maggie Scott, the freshman from Wildwood, Missouri, on to serve and set. Snuka to Kingdon, and Scott going for the dig and into the scorer's table.
And even though Oregon doesn't get this play, just the effort that Scott puts out, that inspires teams, and that gets momentum sometimes.
Let's see if they can build some momentum off it. And Martine Bettendorf, hard angle attack, and too long.
Yeah, Bettendorf there with the unforced error. What a pass by Amanda Benson. That deep serve, the bottom fell out of it, and she still adjusted and made a perfect pass.
Kingdon trying to serve the Wildcats even in the first set, but too strong a service error for Maddie Kingdon. Came in with 9 aces and 14 errors this year. Snuka going the way of Ashley Harris, the 6'8" outside hitter. Bettendorf, they let it go, and she's able to put it down.
Bettendorf, so much range, and those transition sets are going so fast, putting a lot of pressure on Harris. Harris is moving her feet there early, but she's got to press her hands over the net.
Brenner going for the short serve, and too short. The Wildcats back within 2, and their libero, the senior Ronnie Lewis, out of San Jose, is back to serve. As Ronnie, career-high 26 digs last week against Washington State. Been Arizona's starting libero since late in her sophomore season, 2012. And a rare shank by Liz Brenner.
Give Lewis credit. 12 aces so far this year. Make that 13 now. Tough little jump floaty.
13 aces against 21 errors. Good pass by Warner. Frankie Chevy. Dug by Larson. Another good pass by Benson. Quick to the... Good pass by Warner. Frankie Shebby. Dug by Larson. Another good pass by Benson. Quick to the middle to Serena Warner. This time Shebby goes off speed. Kingdon, wow, off the pipe. And Frankie Shebby with that sent right tight to the net, sending it straight down to the floor.
Wow, Shebby loves those tight sets to the outside in transition. What a great dig, though, by Amanda Benson, controlling that ball.
It sure was. Hey, the Ducks lead by 2. First set action. Don't go anywhere. This figures to be a doozy. The Ducks and the Wildcats. Back with more in a moment.
Rivalry game is brought to you by Bank of the West.
Ducks lead the first set here at Matthew Knight Arena over the 15th ranked Arizona Wildcats. Duck ranked 11th in the nation. They are tied for 3rd in the Pac-12. Each team 5-3. And Mike, last year 9 teams in the Pac-12 made the NCAA tournament. That was a conference record. So barring utter collapse, both teams are going to get into the tourney. But this win is huge for RPI right here. And as we get closer to December, that really matters to see where you're going to go and who you're going to play.
Absolutely.
Snuka went for her second setter kill. Read well by the Ducks and Brenner. Diving dig by Lewis. Free ball coming for the Wildcats. Snuka looking for the setter kill again, and read nicely by Maggie Scott. Big swing for Bettendorf and too long. And the Wildcats back within 1.
Yeah, tough break. Tough play there for Bettendorf. Warner gave her the set well inside. She tried to chop it cross court. But a great scrappy defensive effort for Oregon, picking everything up in the backcourt. Panina Snuka just trying to throw it down wherever she is, and Oregon picked up every one.
Kennedy Wesley, senior from Phoenix, and a transfer from Gonzaga with the serve and the overpass. Taylor Arrizobel capitalizes.
Yeah, Wesley, I'd say the best server on this team. That's her 16th ace on the season with only 12 errors. And Rubio loves her toughness.
To the middle to Martine Bettendorf, and she has a kill, and for her that is number 6.
Boy, Bettendorf just comes so quick. Arizona actually did a great job of reading that play. Got 2 blockers up, but Bettendorf still able to use the hands and get the ball down. What a great dynamic player.
A lot of fun to watch. She can hit from all across the net. Pass by Lewis, set by Snuka. Here's Arrizobel, and that time too long.
Again, Oregon, it's not like they're serving bombs, but they're serving great locations in between passers and just kind of messing with Arizona's timing.
Not what Snuka had intended with that set. And the Wildcats trail it by 3 here in the first.
Yeah, Arizona, that's 2 broken plays in a row, and Rubio's going to take a good timeout because they need it.
Timeout call by Arizona. Well, hey, October 22nd is a special day at the University of Oregon. In fact, 20 years ago today, and about a half a mile away, this happened.
Ewer, you're going to go back to throw the ball. Sets up, looks, throws toward the corner of the end zone. It is intercepted! Intercepted! The Ducks have the ball! Down to the 35, the 40. Kenny Wheaton's going to score! Kenny Wheaton is going to score! 20, the 10, touchdown! Kenny Wheaton on the interception! The most improbable finish to a football game!
So 20 years ago today, that happened, and it changed the fortunes not just of the football team, but the entire athletic department. I'm among the 500,000 people who claim they were there. I'm also among the 44,000 people who were actually there, and in fact, I have my ticket stub right here. 20 years ago today, it's not a stretch to say that without that play by Kenny Wheaton, Matthew Knight Arena doesn't exist, and the Ducks athletic department isn't what it is today.
Boy, I tell you, and you go through this arena, go to the locker room of the volleyball team, it's impressive. And all of the support and all of the momentum that one play led to really helps in the recruiting, and it helps Oregon in all their sports across the line attract great athletes from across the nation.
Yep. Football, the marquee program here, and how. 20 years ago today, Kenny Wheaton. Joust at the net. Good coverage by Arizona. Arizona trying to make something out of nothing. Basically a free ball. Brenner the set. Crittenden with a swing. Finds a seam in the block. And the Ducks ahead by 4.
Looks like the Ducks got a break on that play. It looked like they went over and blocked the set of Penina. Play continued on, and then Crittenden again on that right side. That lefty, so hard to stop.
Dig by Benson. Ashen dials up Frankie Chevy. Excellent dig. Benson going to Chevy, second swing of the rally. Popped up nicely by Lewis. Swing by Ali Amaro. Here comes Frankie Chevy into the block. Excellent coverage by Liz Brenner. Snuka Kingdon off the pipe.
Kingdon's foot was on the 10-foot line.
Yep.
That's a violation. And again, Arizona has got to find a way to communicate and pass these short serves that Oregon's throwing at them. They're just out of system on every serve. So Dave Rubio's going to talk to his team, get the communication better between the passers and the hitters, and smooth things out for Arizona.
The Ducks with a 5-point first set lead here. Dave Rubio told us before the match that big thing was those middles being able to catch up with the speed of Oregon's offense in those low sets by Ashen and Maggie Scott. How are they doing right now?
Well, right now, Jacobson and Harris, they teamed up for a couple of early stuff blocks in the match, but really it hasn't been their movement along the net or even, to me, that hasn't been the factor. To me, the factor for Arizona right now is their passing. They're not able to start their offense with a good pass, and if the pass is bad, it's going to throw off the rhythm and everything goes to heck in a handbasket quickly. So for Arizona, the key right now, know your blocking assignments and your keys, but it's passing. Pass the ball so you can run your offense.
Arizona has 4 losses this year. They're 16-4, and 3 of the losses to the top 3 teams in the nation. They lost at Texas, and then they lost at home to Stanford and Washington. Only team in the country to face the top 3 teams in the NCAA rankings right now.
Yeah, no one said it's easy in the Pac-12 either. This is their 3rd match. They've got 4 matches in 7 days. That's Arizona. A tough schedule, and the teams in those matches, you've got Stanford and Washington, and now number 11 Oregon. It's a tough road to hoe.
Arizona just 1 kill in their last 14 swings. Here's Arizona. Frankie Chevy. Jousted over by Hallie Amaro. Ashen dials up Chevy, and off the block of Penina Snuka. Snuka, 4 solo blocks now this year.
Well, Oregon did everything they wanted. They got one-on-one on the outside, and Chevy just couldn't put the ball down.
Yeah, in fact, that might have been right into the tape. No block for Snuka. Just an attack error for Frankie Chevy. There is Penina Snuka, the excellent setter, a sophomore for Arizona Wildcats. And her fellow Hawaiian, Chelsea Keoho, serving for the Ducks. Dumped over nicely by Hallie Amaro.
Amaro again going up and just kind of open hand throwing that ball down. All set up with Ronnie Lewis. Perfect pass on a dime. That's what's going to get Arizona's offense moving.
Elizabeth Inch on to serve. Ashen went for the dump over. Remember, it's a 6-2, so she has to do that below the net. Overpass, and Liz Brenner right there. Her eyes got as big as saucers when she saw that coming.
That was just served up on a silver platter. Give Crittenden the assist. She hit that ball in the dig over right on top of the net for Brenner.
Ducks can taste it now in the first set. Too long for Kingdon. And the Ducks 2 points away from taking the first game here at home against the Wildcats.
Yeah, right now Kingdon hitting -200. I don't think I've ever seen her so out of rhythm to start this match.
Liz Brenner off the block and down. Brenner with 3 kills here in the first set. Martine Bettendorf with 6. Frankie Shebby with 3. Set point for the Ducks. Snuka to Kingdon. And a stuff block. Serena Warner. Matt Crittenden also in on it. And the Ducks take the first set 25-17 over the Wildcats.
That was just great scouting for Oregon in that first set.
Ducks trying to defend their home turf, Matthew Knight Arena, and they dominate the first set for a 25-17 win. Back with the second set in a moment. Ducks took the first set 25-17. We talked off the top about Liz Brenner and Martine Bettendorf. And Bettendorf 6 kills on 9 swings in the first set.
There you see Bettendorf just, if the block is late at all, she's going to find a way to hit it through the arms, through the seams, deep cross court. She hits sharp cross court. She mixes it up so well, but it's all in her tempo. Her approach is so fast and the ball gets out so quick. She just beats the blocks.
Back 6 kills, 11 swings for Bettendorf. Martine, the junior from Portland, and move over to play the opposite this year. It means they lose her in the back row. But Jim Moore says that she swings it a lot better at the opposite, and she also blocks better on that side.
Yeah, Bettendorf has really flourished on that right side. Last year she hit .153 hitting on the outside. This year hitting .355 in the very tough Pac-12.
10th in the conference in kills per set, 3.29, and Liz Brenner finding the seam in the block. That's her 4th kill, and the Ducks take the first point of the second set.
And again, a great all-round play. I love to see players that pass that ball and then get out to hit in the same play. Brenner doing a great job of that.
Overpass by Wesley. Let's see if the Ducks can capitalize. Bettendorf, nicely done by Maddie Kingdon to send it back the Ducks' way. Frankie Shebby going off speed. Penina Snuka trying to get rhythm, looking for Taylor Arizobal, and too long. And Mike, what does Arizona have to do to get back into this one?
They have to communicate again. Brenner with a little short serve in the seam, getting Arizona out of whack.
You can see the hashtag on there, AZ versus UO. And if you'd like to join the conversation on Twitter, just include that hashtag. We would like to hear your thoughts on the Ducks and the Cats tonight here at Matthew Knight Arena. As Hallie Amaro back to serve. Shebby going off speed. Good diving dig by Snuka. Lots of options for Maggie Scott. Another good dig by Penina. And Taylor Arizobal coming up with a big kill for the Wildcats to even it up.
Boy, talking about great defense. Penina is just all over the court. Watch her pick up this dink, flying, and then she'll come back on the very next play and just dig a bomb cross court. That's great defense.
Very athletic setter, Penina Snuka. Low set to Frankie Shebby. Dug by Amaro. Snuka dialing up Kingdon into the block. And a stuff block for Serena Warner.
And that's a shame. Kingdon did everything she had to do. That was a tough set, trap set. She goes off the block. Arizona's just got to cover that play.
Serena Warner back to serve. The senior out of Houston, transfer from Ohio U. Things going the Ducks' way. They're both good and lucky in this one.
Using the equipment.
Kingdon again, and that time Maddie gets it done. That's her 3rd kill.
Yeah, you know the great players. You can get them down in a set maybe, but Kingdon's going to get it back together. That's just a great hit cross court.
Excellent pass by Benson. Low bump set to Shebby. Big chance for the Ducks here on the free ball. Scott to Shebby again, 2nd swing. Dug by Snuka. Joust at the net, won by the Ducks, and everything going Oregon's way here.
Yeah, Bettendorf just up quick. Knocking it off from Mackenzie Jacobson. You're going to see right here. Just finding a way to get it done. Oregon continues to keep the pressure on Arizona right now.
good to be good in system. It's also good to be scrappy, isn't it?
Yeah, athleticism really shows on those overpasses. See players just go up and get after that ball.
Mackenzie Jacobson.
Jacobson just off the tape and down. Chevy kind of a little off balance here, dropping off. That's a ball for her to pick up.
Ashen, backslide, Casey Nady. And she has a kill.
Nady brings such great energy to the team, and she gets the kill, but Brenner with the perfect pass, setting it all up. That's nice offense right there.
Casey Nady, the cousin of longtime Major League Baseball player Xavier Nady. Snuka, backslide Jacobson. Again Jacobson, off speed, and just wide. Good idea to try to find the floor, but couldn't get it done.
Brenner does a nice job of picking up the block on the first play, keeps the pressure on, and just another unforced error for Arizona.
Maddie Kingdon off the pipe with the kill from the back row. That's why they line her up at opposites, so the entire time that Penina Snuka is in the front row, she's in the back row, and she can hit from anywhere.
And one of the ways that Oregon is using that against Arizona right now is when Kingdon is in the back row, they're trying to serve her short, so taking away her 10-foot line hit.
Here's Brenner, a big swing.
That set is so fast to the outside, and Brenner is such a cagey hitter. She's going to see all along there's a huge gap between the outside blocker and the middle blocker, and she will hit that seam every time.
They went to Maddie Kingdon again. And Larson unable to dig it.
And again, even with a perfect pass, Arizona just out of sync. Just not great communication right now between Penina and the hitters. And Rubio's going to take another timeout, and I know that's exactly what they're going to be talking about.
Ducks won the first set, 25-17. A 4-point lead in the second. Back with more here at Matthew Knight Arena after this. On the 20th anniversary of the Kenny Wheaton play, the Duck is here, and haven't his fortunes soared over the last 2 decades? Certainly one of the most recognizable mascots in college athletics. And the Ducks with a 9-5 lead in the second after winning the first 25-17 with Arizona completely out of sync, and that one fits the mold. Snuka looking for the center kill, but right down into the net. Backslide for Ali Amaro. Liz Brenner, back row attack. Dug by Larson, set by Snuka. Harris going for the off speed. Ashen read it well, and now Nia Crittenden a big swing. She's able to tool the block, and the Ducks ahead by 6.
Again, Benson with a nice little jump set here. Watch, whoop, to the outside. Crittenden finding that gap. Arizona's got to get their middles to the outside and seal that gap, because Oregon will hit in between that middle and outside every time if that gap's available.
Interesting, Whitney Hunt has come on to set for the Arizona Wildcats. And Penina Snuka has come out. Whitney Hunt playing in just her 9th set this year for Arizona.
That play, Brenner got a nice soft block, and then the quick set out. And boy, you've got to seal the lines against Brenner.
Dave Rubio, the head coach of the Wildcats, looking for some answers. That time is set by Kingdon, and Calais Mouse checked into the match, and she went right into the block.
So right now, Arizona is just searching for an offense, searching for some communication, and searching for some consistency in their passing. And Oregon right now is kind of like a shark with blood in the water. They can can sense the disharmony that's going on with Arizona's offense, and with that, their serving is just picking up and putting even more pressure on Arizona.
They have an 8-point lead. Well, we're 3 days away from another big Saturday here on the Pac-12 networks. And Pac-12 Now, college football, 10 a.m. with a pregame show. Then at 11 o'clock, UCLA in Boulder to face Colorado. Bruins seeking back-to-back wins after consecutive losses. 3 o'clock, Arizona in Pullman to battle the Cougs. Connor Halliday and the high-flying Cougar offense will try to rebound from back-to-back losses to Cal and Stanford. They have been right there in just about every game. Arizona looking to rebound from their first loss 2 weeks ago to USC on the missed field goal as time expired. That'll be on Pac-12 networks and the Pac-12 Now app.
Well, Rich, you wonder how poor ball control, poor passing can affect your overall offense. Right now, for the match, Arizona is hitting 0-0-0, no percent.
They have 11 kills and 11 errors. Each team with 3 total blocks.
Volleyball's a funny game. A lot of momentum swing, so wouldn't be surprised if Arizona, even if they could just pick things up and get some positive plays and get things going here in the second set, even if they don't win, maybe they can take that into the third.
Snuka back in at center. What does she do here? And back row attack. Maddie Kingdon with a kill.
And that's a nice formula to get your team back on track. Find Kingdon. What Oregon's done so successfully when Kingdon's been in that back row is serve her short, serve between her and the other back row players short, and just throw off the overall rhythm of Arizona's offense.
Kennedy Wesley on to serve, replacing Calais Mao. Big by Kingdon. Arizobal off the block, finding a seam, and 2 points back for the Wildcats.
So we said it earlier, a little momentum, couple points here and there. Kingdon settled him down. Arizobal with a very nice swing on transition on the outside.
The very good Arizona team. Have not shown it tonight. Quick to the middle to Serena Warner. Good coverage by the Ducks. Snuka going to Kingdon again, and did she have her foot on the line? She did. That's twice Maddie Kingdon had her foot on the 3-meter line and came up with a violation.
Tough break. Arizona made some nice defensive plays. They're looking to score one more point here, and just a micro foot on the line there for Kingdon. She's hit so many balls from the 10-foot line. She knows right where that line is.
No team relies on any player more than Arizona relies on Kingdon. She leads the nation in attacks per set. Maggie Scott with the ace for the Ducks.
Just getting in on the party. Oregon just serving up a storm.
Coming into this one, Scott, 10 aces, 17 errors. Arizobal, led by Keoho. Scott goes to Liz Brenner, and Brenner off the hands and then past the diving dig effort of Ronnie Lewis.
So right now Brenner is just feeling it on the outside. She's really seeing the block well. This was a tough set, well off the net, but she found that inside of the middle blocker's hand and found that deep cross-court shot.
Snuka to the middle, Kingdon again, and too far. They keep down on Kingdon from the back row. Maggie Scott to serve. Jim Moore, head coach, says soon she will be the face of this Ducks program. And Hallie Amaro too long on that one. Here in the second set, Arizona hitting minus 048. 6 kills, 7 errors, and 21 swings. Kingdon again from the pipe. And Keoho unable to dig this one.
So I think this is one of those situations where Dave Rubio is just going to thank his lucky stars that there's a break between set number 2 and set number 3 so he can get his team back into the locker room and try to figure out their offense.
And one goes Arizona's way. You know, you've talked in the past about how well Krista Van Sant of Washington manages her game, manages her energy. I would think Maddie Kington, with as many swings as she gets, has to do the same thing.
Absolutely the same story.
Liz Brenner down the line, and a laser beam of a kill for the senior Brenner.
And again, Brenner brings such force. If your hands aren't pressed over, if you're late and the hands are back off the net, she's going to just hit right through them.
Liz has really benefited from the addition of sand volleyball to her repertoire and really helped her defense even more. And already a good defensive player as well as offensive player.
And Hallie Amaro there just in disbelief, thought that there was a touch on the Oregon block, but not going to get any help from the referees right now.
Ducks won the first set, 25-17, dominating this one even more. Arizobal might have been long. Benson went for the dig, and a kill for Taylor Arizobal. Well, fourth.
Yeah, Benson didn't get that dig, but man, she has been playing some great defense back there. Arizobal, again, just doing her part, trying to get Arizona back on track.
Jim Moore saying that Amanda Benson might be his best libero ever with the Ducks, saying something since they had both Katie Swoboda and Haley Jacob. Excellent pass by Benson as if on cue, and that shoot back set to Bettendorf. This time Scott going to Frankie Chevy off the block and out of bounds.
Tough break for Arizobal right there on the block. Just didn't get her right hand turned in to push the block back into the court. And Chevy with another nice swing tool in the block out of bounds.
Serena Warner to serve. 17 aces, just 15 errors this year for the senior out of Houston. Transfer from Ohio U. Arizobal, and Scott went for the dig and couldn't get it. A hard angle attack for Taylor Arizobal.
She's got a little discipline in herself. She thought she had that one lined up perfectly, just couldn't control it into her court. Arizobal with another nice kill.
Frankie Chevy. And comes up with a kill off the block.
It's 5 kills now with only 1 error for Chevy, doing a nice job of really being aggressive out there. Some tough sets well off the net, and she's swinging hard off the hands.
One of the top outside hitter recruits in the nation this year, true freshman out of Mater Dei High School in Southern California. USA Junior Olympian 2010 through 2012. All-American status in 2012. Snooker to Kingdon. Dug nicely by Ashton. Benson with a nice set to Crittenden. Great dig by Lewis. Calais Mao on the attack for the second time in the rally. Frankie Chevy doing it again. Got the touch.
Again, transition setting so quick to the outside for Oregon. You got to have athletic players to run it this fast. Chevy in and hard off the hands. Another nice swing on the outside.
Calais Mao on the attack. Excellent pass by Liz Brenner, and that results in another kill for Chevy. How about Frankie Chevy, the freshman? 7 kills.
A lot of fun right now for Chevy. She's saying, let's just keep getting those soft blocks and those quick transition sets, and I'll feast on the outside.
Set point for the Ducks as they try to move up 2-0. Calais Mao, too long. Oh, they got the touch.
No, Oregon was in the net as well, okay. So a short reprieve for Arizona.
Delaying the inevitable, and Maddie Kingdon back to serve for the Wildcats. Casey Nettie off the backslide, dug by Kingdon. Kingdon from the back row. Too long, and the Ducks take the second set, 25-12. They have outscored Arizona in the 2 sets, 50-29. A dominating effort for the Oregon Ducks over the Arizona Wildcats. 2 teams that we expect to be evenly matched. Both 5-3 coming in, both tied for 3rd in the Pac-12. And let's welcome in the head coach of the Arizona Wildcats, Dave Rubio. Appreciate you coming on with us. And I've seen your team a bunch this year, and this is more out of sync than I've seen them at any point. Coach, what happened in the first couple of sets?
Well, I think we're playing against a pretty good team.
Yeah, Dave, it's I know that it's frustrating to see that happening out there and even have to talk to us right now. So, you know, I know you got a lot to do, and we're just going to let you get back into the locker room right now and get with your team.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Dave. Dave Rubio, head coach of the Arizona Wildcats. Ducks take the first 2 sets, 25-17, 25-12. And our Pac-12 intermission report is coming right up.
Welcome into our San Francisco studios. I'm Jill Savage. We'll get you back out to Matthew Knight Arena with Rich Burke and Mike Dodd in just a minute. Elsewhere in Pac-12 volleyball, we are halfway through the season and the Stanford Cardinal are still undefeated. The nation's #1 team is 18-0 on the year, which marks their best start since 1994. They've done so in part because they are the 2nd most efficient hitting team in the country and 7th best in kills and assists per set. Now, how good is the Pac-12? They have 7 teams in the top 25, and UW, watch out, they're on a 19-game win streak, the longest in the NCAA. They don't match up with Stanford until the last half of November, so that streak could ensure them a great season. We have 6 teams in the top 15 RPI as well, and we have some more great women's volleyball for you coming up on Friday. Look at all the top 25 matchups. We have Arizona State taking on Oregon. That'll be first up at 4 o'clock, and then a very big one, Stanford looking to remain undefeated. They'll have to take on number 17 UCLA at home at 6 o'clock here on Pac-12 Networks. For a complete schedule, be sure to visit pac-12.com. Stay with us. We'll be back with your Pac-12 Sports Report update coming up next. I'm Jill Savage, back with your Sports Report update. While volleyball is in full swing, basketball season is just getting started. The women were up first today with Media Day in our Pac-12 Network studios. Players and coaches from all 12 schools traveled to San Francisco for the official start of the season. The coaches picked Stanford as the #1 team, followed by Cal and Oregon State. Here's a quick behind-the-scenes look at what took place today. It is Pac-12 Women's Basketball Media Day.
Right on.
So are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
So like Snapchat, Yammer, that's my cam.
This is going to be the best picture you can get.
Do you want to play again? Keep on knocking them in.
This is what we do. Hey! Can I pop them up?
With the slam-a-jam. Look at that.
No. Go Dogs, as always go Huskies, baby.
We not only have the best coverage of Media Day, we have the best coverage for you for Pac-12 women's basketball all season long. We have 108 games here for you this season on Pac-12 Networks, including 79 conference games. And it's the men's turn up next. That all gets started at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning here on Pac-12 Networks. Stay with us. We'll get you back out to your match coming up next.
Ducks and the Cats each tied for 3rd coming into this one, but Oregon dominated the first 2 sets. Let's welcome in the Ducks head coach, Jim Moore. And Coach, which part of your game plan worked well in the first 2 sets?
Well, first of all, in the first set we made a few too many hitting errors, but I think they would be the first to say that they're not playing at the level that they are capable of playing at for sure, and we got to expect them to come out and play a lot better. We played pretty well in the second set and we did some good things, but Arizona is capable of coming right back and getting in this match.
Yeah, Coach, great scouting job. I love the way you're serving Kingdon short when she's in the back row. What's your thought process by doing that?
Well, there's a little bit. I mean, she's so dangerous out of the back row, and that was one of the thoughts. If we can limit some of those attacks, perhaps some of that way, but you just don't know. That kid's so good that she could just go off and have 15 kills in this set.
Okay, Coach, thanks a lot, and good luck in the 3rd set.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Jim Moore, head coach of the Oregon Ducks. The Ducks taking the first 2 sets in dominating fashion, 25-17, 25-12. Rich Burke along with Mike Dodd. I told you I was interested in this one because these two teams are so evenly matched. Now I'm interested in seeing how Arizona responds.
Yeah, this is going to be a good sign right here. And again, a short serve, not handled well from Arizona, and boy, for Dave Rubio, he's got to be so frustrated coming out of a nice break, talking all about these serves and what to do against them.
Maggie Scott just had her second ace of the match, and now with a service error. The Ducks will next play on Friday at home against ASU at 4 o'clock. 8 o'clock on Friday. Arizona will be at Oregon State. And Arizona up by 1 here in the third. Trying to get something going their way.
Yeah, and even through all the ups and downs, you know, it's just so impressive, Snuka's defensive effort out there on the court. She is digging balls and diving all over the place, trying to get Arizona back into this match.
Elizabeth Inch with the jump serve. Maggie Scott going to Martine Bettendorf, and she tattoos Inch. Wow.
And what makes Oregon so difficult and so fast is the pass. Look at this pass, low shoot right at the net, and it's like every play is a bang bang play but under control, and that's so hard to defend.
And we had a rotation violation on Arizona. Our down official, Rory Arasumi, and talking with Maddie Kingdon. And now Dave Rubio, the head coach of the Wildcats, coming in as part of the conversation. And Dave Rubio wondering what else can go wrong tonight. Snuka to Maddie Kingdon, and the block for Bettendorf and Warner.
Yeah, Warner, again, they're just in sync, moving so quick to the outside, but boy, that's mostly Bettendorf just getting high and over.
Snuka to the middle of Mackenzie Jacobson. And a kill for Bettendorf.
Again, Bettendorf is just so smooth with Scott and with Ashton as far as the communication with the setters. They seem to always know where she is, and she's never in the same spot twice.
4 consecutive points rattled off by the Ducks, looking for a sweep of the Wildcats. They lead 5-2 here in the third. Pac-12 women's volleyball is presented by Tachikara. We've got the ball. You bring the game. Outdoors on a rainy night, Matthew Knight Arena. Had Indian summer here in Oregon for a long time, but the rains have come. And the Ducks have been raining points on Arizona tonight. Outscored them in the first 2 sets, 50-29, and a 5-2 lead here in the third, trying to close out Arizona. And look at Arizona's middles. Hallie Amaro, 2 kills, and Mackenzie Jacobson, 2. Amaro hitting 100, Jacobson 125. They have not been in sync enough to get their middles involved. Chevy with a laser beam of the kill off Panina Snuka.
And Chevy picking up where she left off after set number 2, just kind of swinging so free and easy. It's like there's no block in front of her right now. She's so confident.
Just a freshman and really starting to get things figured out. Excellent coverage by Panina Snuka. The Ducks thought they had a point, celebrating a little bit early, and they get it anyway off the off-speed from Bettendorf as Aaron Zobel went for the pancake and couldn't get it.
Well, Bettendorf beats that line so well that she constantly have the defenders on their heels, and when she does break out the dink, it usually goes down.
Another timeout taken by the Wildcats as they try to collect themselves yet again.
Yeah, for Dave Rubio, it's kind of like the nightmare continues. You know, I'm sure he was hoping that he could say something during that break that could spark his team and get them more in sync. But so far, again, it's the Oregon serving that continues to keep Arizona off balance. And once Arizona's off balance, Oregon is very disciplined with their block. And as soon as they get a soft block and a transition play, it's firing out to the outside and everyone's licking their chops.
Well, I love Pac-12 volleyball. We are really getting into the meat of the season, and on Friday we got more coverage. Regional action, 4 Pac-12 matchups at 4 o'clock. A top 20 between Arizona State and Oregon here at Matthew Knight Arena at 6. Top-ranked Stanford looks to take on the 17th-ranked UCLA Bruins. And at 8 o'clock, either Utah against 3rd-ranked Washington or number 15 Arizona in Corvallis to battle Oregon State. You and I will be there at Gill Coliseum for that one. Live coverage starting Friday at 4 on Pac-12 Networks and Pac-12 Now. And check pac-12.com for the matches in your area.
You know, Rich, I had a long talk with Dave Rubio before the match, and you know, he was the first one to admit it. He said, even though we're both 5-3, this Oregon team is really the next step. You know, just slightly below Washington and Stanford. They're really the benchmark, and he was so excited to see how his team could perform against this Oregon squad. And boy, really tough right now for him.
Bettendorf dug by Wesley. Snuka goes to Maddie Kingdon, and she shoots it right down to the floor.
Well, that's a good kind of momentum play there. A nice rally, couple good defensive plays, and Kingdom finishing on the outside.
And you get the sense for Arizona, it's now or never.
Yeah, absolutely. Oregon is just playing too confident and too smooth right now. They've got to do something to disrupt Oregon the way Oregon's disrupting them.
Excellent set over her head by Maggie Scott. Frankie Chevy with another kill.
And Frankie Chevy's just having a great night. Again, just swinging high off the hands. And she had such a great start to the season. She got Pac-12 Freshman of the Week the first couple weeks. And then, you know, like a lot of freshmen, went through some different tough matches where her hitting percentage was not what I know she would like it to be. And then tonight she's come out and just played great.
Natalie Bookout-Gonzalez into the match at DS for the first time. And Arizona getting one back.
Well, that's good news for Arizona. Kingdon with 2 straight kills. Nice plays in rhythm. Here you're going to see Kingdon out of the middle. She can chop crossbody or cross court. Just a great hitter out of the middle.
8 kills, 10 errors, still hitting minus .067. Maddie Kingdon very much unlike her. And Chevy going to Casey Nady. And Casey Nady comes up with a big kill for the Ducks.
And again, I love the way Oregon passes the ball so low. It's just happens so quick and gives the middle blockers so little time to react to the quick sets.
Nady missed a couple of matches with a concussion. Been back for the last 3 or 4. Kingdon going off speed, dug by Ashen, but the point for Kingdon going off speed. And so Maddie finally starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Yeah, Ashen laid down great, made the pickup, and then Benson and Brenner just kind of looked at each other and had the campfire drill.
One of a few things that have gone wrong for the Ducks tonight. Backslide, Casey Nady. Dug by Larson, but we have a net violation called.
Harris in the net, just trying to deal with the speed of Oregon, getting up and getting over, and referee's on the call.
The Hawaiian Chelsea Keoho back into the match at DS to serve for the Ducks. Snuka, the fellow Hawaiian. Kingdon with the back row attack and right down into the net. That is her 12th attack error.
And again, it's just it's a tough situation for Snuka, the setter for Arizona. The passes are off the net at the 10-foot line. You've only got 2 hitters trying to force the ball to Kingdon. It's just not a good situation right now.
Calais Mao, and Calais coming up with the kill off the block. Nicely done.
Yeah, nice little inside set to Mao on that play. Brings it in quick off the outside block. Arizona needs a lot more of that to get things going.
Mao coming out, the transfer from the University of Minnesota. 2 sets as a freshman last year for the Golden Gophers. And Kennedy Wesley, the best player on the Wildcats from the service line. Good pass by Lewis. Here comes Taylor Arizobal off the block. Arizobal trying to cover it up herself, unable to do it. Good job by the Ducks. Nady and Crittenden.
Yeah, watch Nady. She's going to press over and take away that angle. Arizobal's had a couple of nice hits across angle, but Nady's learning quick.
And again, Arizona struggling with the pass, and it results in an attack error and a point for the Ducks, and they can really taste it now.
Well, I tell you that the statistics are really tough for Arizona right now, and so much of it has come from or began with the poor passing.
Taylor Zobel that time going back line.
There's Zobel goes nice job. Sees the block, trying to take that angle and just high down the line.
Ashen going to Liz Brenner. Brenner started it and finished it.
Yeah, the tough part for Arizona is that they're showing signs, but they're just glimpses. They're not strings. They're not able to put the pressure on and roll off 5 or 6 points in a row like Oregon's been doing, and that's really the difference right now. Arizona just can't put pressure on Oregon.
Snuka back set. Arizobel dug by Keoho. Bump set by Bettendorf. Bump set by Lewis. Kingdon went to try to dink it over. Back set, back slide into the block of Kingdon and Hallie Amaro.
What a great move by Kingdon. She gets the dink, just keeps the ball in play, and then hustles to the outside. Nice swing block. Press over for the stuff.
Elizabeth Inch on to serve for Arizona. Redshirt freshman out of Studio City, California. Comes from a long line of Wildcats. The 8th member of her extended family to go to the University of Arizona. Kingdon. Dug by Benson, one of the best liberos in the nation. Liz Brenner, and another block for Arizona. Jacobson and Kingdon.
Maddie Kingdon just makes such a great move when she's blocking the right side hitter. Just pressing over. You see that left hand get over early, sealing the line, not letting herself get tooled. And again, Rubio just kind of shakes his head over there. They get a little block, a little bit of a roll, and then an out serve just kind of stifles your momentum and keeps Oregon loose.
See if the Ducks can answer here. Snuka to Taylor Arizobel. That would kill, going straight down to the floor.
Arizobel continuing to work, continuing to swing. There's a nice little play set in the middle. Oregon got 3 blockers up, but couldn't stop Arizobel on that one.
Taylor Arizobel, the senior from Laguna Niguel, California, to Dana Hills High School. Got a service error for Taylor. Dave Rubio says it's all about confidence for her. And he tells his players, large ego, short memory. In other words, you got to forget your mistakes. Yep. They'll have a lot of forgetting to do after this one, barring a major change of fortune and comeback. Maddie Kingdon starting to put things together here in the 3rd set. Regardless of what happens here, they're looking for some momentum going into Friday in Corvallis against Oregon State.
Absolutely. At this point for Arizona, anything positive will be taken with good grace.
Maggie Scott to Casey Nady. Good coverage by Mao. Set by Jacobson. Kalei Mao going off speed. That's all she could get on that one. Shoot set to Frankie Shebby. Read well by the block of Jacobson, and Penina Snuka in there as well.
What a great reaction from Mao, coming off the net and playing that ball over the head. That's such a hard ball for blockers to pick up at times. And Penina again on the outside. Not tall, but she jumps and gets over at 5'6".
Penina Snuka going to Kalei Mao. One Hawaiian to another. And we have a double hit called against Maggie Scott, trying to get there and see what she could do with that low pass.
Yeah, really tough play for Scott. That's one where she's just got to say, okay, I'm going to bump this one high to the outside. That was a really difficult effort.
Penina Snuka trying to send Kingdon serve over, but you're not allowed to do that.
Well, that sums it up right there.
Right.
That serve might not have made it to the bottom of the net. Again, just a broken play for Arizona off the serve. Another tough serve short, and Penina just can't really do anything with it.
Snuka, back set, back slide down the line, and wide for Mackenzie Jacobson.
So good pass, good set, and just an unforced error out of bounds, and those things are going to happen, and Mackenzie's going to take a rest.
Rachel Rhodes checking into the match. Rhodes, one time a starter, a senior from San Diego. Snuka going in the middle to Maddie Kingdon.
That time Kingdon gets the ball through the block before they can form and press over.
Elizabeth Inch comes out.
Just getting it inside that block.
Kingdon now with 11 kills, but also 11 attack errors. Ashen quick to the middle to Casey Nady. Coverage by the Ducks. Dug by Larson. Here comes Calais Mao. Hard angle attack for the kill. Nice job of the Hawaiian Calais Mao, the transfer from the University of Minnesota.
Wow, Mao did a great job of really gathering herself and going up strong, just beating that ball across court. Let's see if it gets her team fired up.
Mao just a sophomore, so part of the future of Arizona.
And as bad as things have been for Arizona, they're only down 4 right now. Just get a little string going, get something.
Nia Crittenden able to tool the block.
Every time that Arizona has a little glimmer of a hope and get Oregon in trouble, the Oregon hitters are just finding every hole in the Arizona block right now.
Nia Crittenden, the reason they use a 6'2", she came in this summer and Jim Moore had no plans to use a 6'2". The freshman Maggie Scott was going to be his setter, but Nia Crittenden played so well and Chelsea Ashen played so well that he forced them. They forced him to use the 6'2".
Exactly.
Yeah. Had no choice.
Well, you know what? I think that's kind of across the board with all the coaches in the Pac-12. It's not so much that there's one system or another that they force onto the team. It's the combination of the talents of the team that is dictating what offense they're running.
Ashen to Nia Crittenden, a big left-hand swing going back line.
Crittenden might have gotten a little break there. Looked like that ball might have been out of bounds, but line judge right on it.
USC and Cal trying to get their first conference win. They're trailing in the third set, 1 set apiece, and when this one's over, we will be heading down to Haas Pavilion in Berkeley for that one. USC looking for their 5th win in their last 6 matches after starting 0-3. And Arizona, Holly Amaro, in fact, going on the backslide for the kill for Arizona, trailing it by 5 now. And you get the sense this is their last chance right here.
Got to put a string together. Got to make some plays and get some good offense out of your defense.
Crittenden, good soft block by Maddie Kingdon in transition. Kingdon just set over the net by Amaro. Liz Brenner, excellent diving dig by Wesley. Ashen dials up Brenner again, off speed, pancake effort by Snuka. Unable to get it done, read well by Liz Brenner.
Yeah, Snuka is giving everything out there in Arizona, trying to get it going, but even when they're making the defensive plays, they're not getting great swings in transition. In Oregon, it's just like a free ball drill right now. They're shooting it up to the setter and swinging it outside fast and playing loose and easy.
Ducks have a lot of weapons and they have a lot of things going their way. Snuka goes to Kingdon again and got the touch. And Arizona back within 5.
Kingdon's so great at seeing the block, and when the block is formed well, she just always goes to that patented high off the hands.
Hallie Amaro. Scott going low to set that one. Set by Arizona. Excellent one-hand dig by Amanda Benson. Wow, she's something. Snuka going to Kingdon, and that time Benson unable to dig it. Maddie Kingdon with a kill. That is number 13.
So many different speeds and so many different locations to Kingdon, and she's got the feet to get to every ball. That's just a nice kill in transition again. Couple more. Come on, Arizona.
Martine Bettendorf trying to end this one as she started. That's her 11th kill and a big first set.
Bettendorf just, what an all-round player. Now Brenner could finish this match. She's been serving great all night long, consistently getting Arizona in trouble.
Match point for the Ducks. Liz Brenner with the serve. Snooker goes to Arizona and wide, and the Ducks come up with a sweep over the Arizona Wildcats here at Matthew Knight Arena. I didn't see this one going this way. I figured this one would go 5 sets, and Oregon really showed something, and Arizona lots to show.
Yeah, Oregon just had the momentum from the start and just kept their foot on the pedal from the get-go.
Our coordinating producer is Will O'Toole for Alan Brom and Dan Barr, our producer and director for Mike Dodd. I'm Rich Burke. We're going to go to USC at Cal. Krista Plunk and Tammy Blackburn here on the Pac-12 Networks. Coming up right now, the Ducks sweep the Wildcats.